Hey, happy Tuesday. I am so glad to see you. Happy 7 Marketing Basics to you. And today, in this 7 minutes of marketing inspiration, we're going to look at your next trade show, your event, what to do while you're in the booth, while you're on the stand. Sound good? Yay! I just did a training with some folks last week on this very topic. It went great. Everybody loved it. And so I'm going to give you the super condensed version here in these next few minutes. And you have actionable steps to, put into play for you and your team, anybody you're working at a trade show or event with. Sound good? All right, let's get into it. So the first thing to think about is why. Now, this just may sound Captain Obvious, but what is your purpose for being at the show? Why are you there? And that why may be, you want people to have a demo of your product, or you want to grow your list, or you want to set up appointments. Whatever the thing is, you've got your why you're there. And then the flip side of that, and sometimes they align with what you're doing and sometimes not, is why your customer, prospect, client, why are they at the event? Why are they at the show? And so just looking at those two things, again, a little bit Captain Obvious, but why are they there? The reason they're there is maybe to get the latest info on what's new, whatever their goal is, whatever your goal is. Hopefully they converge, which would be a beautiful thing. And just think about that when you're talking with people. So find out why they're there. I know I've been at a show a million times where I'm working with someone on the booth, and maybe they're a little nervous, and they just sort of resort to talking about the product or the service and just getting into all the details without even asking the person why they're there, what are they looking for. And so thinking about why they are in the booth, why are they at the show, why are they at the event, that's super important. And so I like to think about that as what's in it for me. And I don't mean me, but what's in it for me, meaning what do they care about? What is their driving, I don't know, what are their drivers, what's important to them, that kind of thing. And so thinking about what's in it for me, I always joke that's going to be my next tattoo, or gonna get some hats or something like that. WIIFM, my favorite channel, what's in it for me. All right. And thinking about too, who's your perfect person that you want to connect with at the show? I love this so much. Is think about if you go to your event and you only saw 20 people or 10 people or 50 people, pick a number. So you only saw 20 people at that event, and you would say, that was perfect. I saw everybody I needed to see. That was amazing. If I see any other folks, that's just, even better. But I just saw my perfect person. And so as other people come into the booth who aren't your perfect person, it's okay. You can still talk with them. It's a good thing. You never know where life leads you when you meet with new people. That said, if your perfect person has a specific interest, a specific job title, whatever the thing is, that's the person that you want to focus on and getting them into your booth. In fact, I love the whole idea of Dream 100. So if you want to, text the word dream to me at 1-530-203-5703 and get the Dream 100 template. It's free. You'll just get it by text. It'll come right back to you. And use that to think about who you're getting into your booth. Okay, so the first thing we talked about was why. Why are you at the show? Why is your customer, prospect, perfect person at the show? The second thing to get into is what your purpose is. And you may feel really comfy with this and want to share this with some new staff who've never been to a show, or it could be a good refresher for you as well. So the first thing to do is, of course, connect and be friendly, start that conversation. So that's the thing. And that might just look like, hey, I'm Cindy. How's it going today? Have you seen anything new and exciting here? Just something to be friendly and get them talking. The second thing to do is get a little bit of information if it's comfortable. And you might think of that as qualifying questions, clarifying question, whatever the thing is. You may ask, can I scan your badge? I really want to send you this great piece of info. So after you've maybe asked your qualifying question, you can ask if you can scan the badge. And then I love to think of that sort of giving versus taking. So taking feels like, can I scan your badge? And giving feels like, ooh, can I get your contact info so I can send you this checklist, this video, this really great thing that will help you. Now I'm giving. And so if you can do a little bit of giving, that just feels so much more comfortable in everything you're doing. So start that conversation, ask that qualifying or clarifying question. Ooh, let's talk about that for a minute, because I just kind of glossed over that. Your qualifying, clarifying question might be something like, oh, what's more important to you? A or B or something else? Oh, what's more important to you? Getting outside, spending time with a book, or something else? If it's maybe a health related thing or a hobby related thing, what's more important to you? IP or OTT or some other technology, right? So if you're at more of a tech thing, what's more important to you? So you can pick like two things, and then the third one can always be like an open-ended thing that gets them talking, right? And the first two things can be things that your company offer. What do you give to people? What do you help them solve? And then the third thing, of course, is really letting them talk. So that's your qualifying or clarifying question. If it gets more complicated than that, I think it's too much, right? Just we really want to get a little bit of info and get them talking. Then that next piece is scanning their badge. And hey, can I get your info? Because I really want to send you this great info on X, whatever the main topic is, the thing that you're offering. And then if they're not into that, you can just give them an alternative. Hey, no worries. You can still pick up this info right here. Or if you want to circle back and grab a coffee and like a place to put your feet up and say, hey, come on back, like whatever fits, have an alternative thing that you have in mind for them as well. All right. So those are the top things to do. Think about why you're at the show. Start that conversation, qualifying, clarifying question. Scan the badge and giving something to them. And then, oh gosh, so many things that we could get into. Let me just say, wrap it up with a final thing. Give them a next step to take with you. So that'll be a final piece. For the final piece, give them a next step. Like, for example, ooh, if this sounds good to you, would you like to do a demo? If that resonates with you, can I send you a link to book an appointment? So something where they've got an easy, obvious next step, and that you can continue that conversation. So those are things to do on the trade show booth. So many more things. If you have want to talk about them, add in something else. There's so many more there. Add in your favorite thing in the comments. And have a good show event.